Hello and welcome back to Thaumcraft 6. So previously as you can see, I've done quite a lot. I even had a little look at start to do. I didn't do anything in Golomancy. I need a zombie brain. You can get. Did I examine paper? I thought paper was what I needed to get that. Maybe not. Maybe not. I know that it does have Cognitio in it, but I think I've already done that one. For some reason, it didn't seem to be activating it. Maybe it is activated, or maybe I need more Golomancy. Either way, we're going to get into Golomancy pretty soon. But I did want to do some more in this section. So I've got the Infernal Furnace. The bellows are going to be an interesting thing. As you can see, I've slightly changed things up, not a huge amount. But I want to keep everything fairly simple here. With the lamps, what you have to do is they always want to be connected to a wall. So what I've done is I've basically put an Essentia tube on the back, and I've connected to the emptying Essentia transfusion. So remember, this is the filling one. So this is going to fill everything from the smeltery and put it into the jars. The opposite of that is these items, for instance, the lamp of fertility and the lamp of growth. They require Essentia. So basically, this setup will be able to pull directly from, it will pull directly from the jars. You don't need to extract on the jars, basically. And it's the same. And it's the same with this. So, how do I want to do this? Probably just going to do. I'm not going to probably keep the animals around for very long, but I want to at least illustrate the process. So I can do something like this. So it should be able to. I think it will be able to get them. That should be okay. So if I put some animals in there, it will be able to draw the Essentia if I had any. And I actually do have some, so it should be able to. So if we get a couple of cows, let's see if we can get. I believe it does it up to 8 animals. I don't know why. So let's see if it can actually draw it. It seems to be. It's not the easiest route. It may need to go back a bit. Actually. There we go. It does need sort of a line of sight. Well. So there we go. You can see it. It got charged up, and you can see this is the same way the lamp of growth. So very cool. There was actually something extra to this. Oh yeah, that teleport thing. I'm not sure. My thought will provide some 10% hint that mirrors may have mystical uses. One such use is the ability to link physical locations via mirrors and the use of sympathetic magic. The books does nothing more than provide hints, however, as usual, I'll have to figure out things myself. Hello, welcome back. Unfortunately, I got motors confused with potentia, and I'm going to need that for this mirror. So the warp is not looking great at the moment. I did get some temporary warp, so I think it should be alright though. So I need 3 for this. I'm going to need 3 gold and then ender pearl. Should be okay on this. And yeah, interestingly, what happens if you don't have the correct stuff is you'll get taint appearing, and then actually you'll get the tendrils appearing as well at a later stage. So that's interesting to know. Okay, so at the moment I'm going for this, the magic mirror. Like this. I've got motors, permutation and tenebrae. At the moment I'm just collecting up all the jars. Yeah, there is a decent amount of flux in the moment, unfortunately. Just want to check everything's going to go. Okay, that's pretty straightforward. So there is the magic mirror. Okay, so let's have a look at how this magic mirror works then. Let's go to just a different area. Then we'll just do, say, I don't know, here. So if I throw these files through... Oh, that's right. The weight... Did it actually go through? No, I didn't link it. Okay, so you basically just link it like this. Okay, so then it becomes that kind of mirror. That's a nice effect. Okay, so now I can throw these files through, right? Yep, I sure can. Cool! So there is the magic mirror. Now what else can you do with this? Magical mirrors are very useful transporting items over long distances, but what if that same principle can be applied to Essentia? Essentia mirrors, like the name implies, can transport Essentia in the same way that magic mirrors transport items. There are a few important limitations, however. I cannot pipe Essentia directly into the mirrors. They're only able to transport Essentia that has been drawn from a source towards something like an infusion matrix. In effect, these mirrors allow these things to draw Essentia from sources via the mirror. These mirrors will they generate flux. Interesting. Okay. Yeah. What's the other one? This is hand mirrors. Magical hammer. Same way as other magical. You push items through the grass, they pop out of the linked mirror. Right click while holding the linked hand mirror, and I will be able to place any items in your inventory into the looking glass to have them transported. It can be linked to a mirror that's already paired with another. I should note that the hand mirror can only send items, not receive them. Yeah. So the hand mirror is a bit like an ender pouch bag or whatever. That's cool. So there's basically ways to send. I will look into that, but I want to try and get through a few different things here. What is this? Arcane. This I'm actually quite interested in, and I just need a bit of Golemancy for this one. Let's see what sort of level we're at this point on with this menu. If I need to do Golemancy though, probably. Yeah, I do need a bit of theory in Golemancy. Let's not do it with this one then. Okay, this one looks a bit better. Bit of clay. Take that. So I just want to get a little bit of alchemy. I'm not averse actually to doing a little bit more in the way of artifice as well. I quite enjoy that some of this stuff, and if there's other stuff to unlock, it maybe might not be bad. Bonus draw, I'll take. We'll take Universal Theory. Because like I said, I'm trying to get more Golemancy. Artifice. And Artifice is sort of the... you know, is the other one I could potentially do. Oh, this is perfect. Synergy. So synergy. So at its root, Golemancy is a blend of alchemy, artifice, and infusion. Interesting way of putting it. Only by fully understanding these three disciplines interact with each other will you be able to gain Golemancy. Lose 15 points and add. Wow, that's good on Golemancy now. The mundane amulet. I need to look at it. I mean, let me just check. Mundane. So we've got the mundane amulet, the mundane ring, and the mundane belt. I haven't looked at any of these yet, and I really want to. So we're going to do that pretty soon here. Bonus draw, I'll take. 30 Golemancy. Okay, that's a good bit of Golemancy now. Okay, that's what I wanted. So how are we doing on Golemancy then? We've done it. basically. Okay, so let's see if we can get a the correct zombie. What's the difference between an angry and a furious zombie? Let's just check it. Just want to make sure we don't get any other interruptions here. Can I not just use this on it? Let me just check that. I think you can. Was it only on ores that this would work? It doesn't give you looting, does it really? And let me just check what a furious zombie is. I think they just walk a bit faster, don't they? I know they're bigger. And they've got more health. Wow. How do you get that big? Alright, let's get a sword here. I will look at the actually I can put it on a Thaumium sword because that's something which, you know, I can't exactly say I haven't got that to that stage yet. Let's put on a looting book here. And no, we said I was going to do the Thaumium, right? With looting. Okay. I'll make another anvil at some point. So let's try to actually, I want to legit get these because, yeah, obviously, I'll just do some angry zombies for now. I think furious, they seem a bit rarer, to be honest. No brains yet. Should get one though. Is that only from Furious? We'll find out soon enough, I guess. Could be. Let's do Furious then. They're actually growing in size. I think that's what's going on actually. Yeah, it's definitely what's going on, isn't it? I didn't. That's really cool. I never even. I almost died there. Okay, well, as much as I'd like to do this all day, I haven't really got time for it. Let's just make sure I've scanned all my lamps. Probably have. Nope, I hadn't actually. Okay, so yeah, I need a zombie brain basically, and I haven't been able to get one. But that's all fine. I need one to actually trade in. Okay, so I've just got a way to reanimate a zombie brain and put it to my own dark uses. It retains some of the hunger it possesses as a zombie, and while it cannot consume brains, it still enjoys eating the thoughts and experience of those slain nearby. Giving the jar a good shape will make it surrender some of its ill-gotten gains for your use. It only had a certain amount of experience, particle effects will be displayed above the jar when it's full. This jar can also be used to a much greater effect than bookcases to improve mundane enchanting. I didn't realise it had that effect as well. That's cool. Okay, so that's cool anyway. Okay, Clockwork Mine. Research complete material studies wood. Iron golems, snow golems, and similar creations that anyone can throw together all the same thing in common when they're unpredictable and uncontrollable. Spirits animate them are wild and follow their own will. This is a problem. If I'm going to create intelligent magical servants, then I have to give them a mind that is willing to take orders. The simplest solution is a clockwork construct quickened by thaumaturgy. Designing one will be no simple feat, however. I've managed to create artificial intelligence in the form of magically powered Clockwork Mind. It has its limitations of very little autonomy, but it's a start. Of course, now that you've a mind, it's time to put it to use. I should draw up some designs for golems along with a way to craft. I've designed a special press that will allow me to craft simple golems. It includes an anvil and forge to make assembling the parts easier. To assemble a golem, I simply need to access the Golem Press and select the components I wish to craft the golem from. For now, the selection is fairly limited. I'm sure I'll develop more. Actually, designing a golem is fairly straightforward. Each golem is made up from up to 5 components. Base material, type of head, arms, legs, and an optional add-on module. Simply select which of these you want to use and a list of crafting components will be displayed on the right. You need to have the listed components in your inventory before you can start the crafting process. Listed in the middle of the interface, you will see the traits, hearts, armor, and damage the golem will possess. Lastly, you need to supply a machineur essential to the press. Several ports provided below the main press mechanism for this purpose. You can place the golem wherever you wish, but it will not do much unless you also place down a golem control seal. To learn more about them, see the research category that will have unlocked. Okay, you need the control seal. Yeah, I think I knew this. When they have no task performed, golem will return to the spot they were originally placed. You can prepare a golem by right-clicking on it while sneaking. It's also possible to assign a colour to a golem. Yeah. Okay, so what do you need for the golem press? Alright, iron bars, cauldron, a stone table, and an anvil. I'll look at what was that just opened up in a minute. I just want to get this stuff done. So we need iron bars, cauldron, stone table, and a piston. Okay, so I need 2 brass gears and a clockwork mind for this. So take a couple of brass gears and a clockwork mind. What is the recipe for that? Anything? I'll look at the recipe just briefly. Not much, to be honest. So I'm going to go for a clockwork head, basic arms, and basic legs. And I've got some great wood. Is that it? There we go. First golem. Okay, so there is the golem. And we can get the Golemancer's bell. I'll stay here, I'm coming. And then you can, if you place something down, it will show if you place down a seal, it will show the area the seal can work in. But I don't want to focus on the golems quite yet. I've made the golems. There's going to be a lot more on the golems, but not now. Because what I want to do is I want to get the Boots of the Traveller, and I want to sort of do a bit more in the Arcane Infusion, get a few more tools, really kind of get the items that we need for this stage, and then I'll carry on sort of with some of the other things as we get higher into the. It's funny that I've only got 44% in fundamentals. I may need to do something else for that, but let's get the Boots of the Traveller. So I'm going to need to swim a lot. 1 second. What's interesting is actually the golem is following me all the way over here. So I wonder if I go really far away to the area I'm going to swim. He probably won't make it all the way here. Let's see if he does. There he is! Oh, that is hilarious. Yeah, that's weird, isn't it, that? I literally could jump straight out of the water. Or maybe it's because I'm on the ground. That's kind of interesting that you actually go... You accelerate through the water. Because if I was down here, I'd go this pace. And the golem really does teleport pretty well. Okay, so... Yeah, you actually need very little swimming. 100 meters of swimming. That's nothing. I've designed a pair of enchantment boots that will ease the journey of any traveller. They allow one to move faster, jump higher, and fall further. They have to cut through water like a fish, a slow and clumsy fish, but a fish nonetheless. Power does have a cost. The boots need to be charged with V for their abilities to function. Okay, so did I look at Enchanted Fabric? I may have done. I think I did. Okay, so we just need... Right. Leather boots in the middle, 2 Enchanted Fabric. Okay. So leather boots in the middle. Yeah, actually, I know I did because I had some in my inventory. But then again, I suppose I could have done it when I wasn't recording. So, 2 air crystals, a feather, and a fish. One feather. And a fish. I think it was a raw fish, correct? Okay. And I've got some motors, just need some walleters. Walleters is not there. So yeah, I can always, to be honest, organising these jars after I've actually got them should be pretty straightforward. Yeah, it's not actually that. Now I've done this a few times, it's pretty straightforward actually. Get rid of that one, and we'll take you. Okay, the Motus is looking good. Potential is actually very low, but I don't need that for this anyway. Okay, so 2 of you, a feather, a fish, a couple of enchanted fabric. I haven't really spread them out. I feel like I should have evened out the stuff a bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 with 100 of those two. But if it's let's have a look. Can it access from there? It can. Oh, it's not that terrible. There we go. Route to the Traveller. Well, I don't know quite what's going on here. Let's put down the urn. Does this actually need? I think it does need to be next to water, right? No, it doesn't. Oops. It's funny you don't get like Victus or something from that. Is that it? Are we done? Okay. Yeah, I've got no idea what is supposed to be going on with that, to be honest. But anyway, there is still more we can do in the various sections. So I'm not going to like. Let's explore like all the different sections I can do. So, need more arcane infusion. Oh yeah, that was actually what I was focused on before I got distracted with thinking about that. Alright, just take an Exanimus. So that's 1 arcane infusion. Is that enough for anything? Yep, oh, yep, that seems to be enough. Okay, so I can make various charms here. So I've drawn up OP designs for a mystical charm that pulses with healing energy that will wash all poisons or similar afflictions from my body. Unfortunately, it cannot heal actual wounds. There's an internal store of V that needs to be charged with a recharge pedestal or similar item. It cannot draw V from the aura directly. There's also 2 specialized enchantments I can improve to the charm to improve its function. Okay, so Life Giver. Sustainer. So that needs a regeneration too. That's instant health. Interesting. Still missing the research though on this one. Let's try this one. Infusion boosting. I've found a way to improve infusion altars through the use of special blocks placed under one or more of the 4 altar pillars. The infusion speed stone will increase the speed at which the altar operates, but a slight increase to cost. The infusion cost stone will decrease infusion cost, but a slight reduction to operating speed. These stones must be placed directly under an altar pillar, but they need not be balanced for instability purposes. So that requires just a bit of alumentum. Diamond block though. And a handful of V. Yeah, the speed stone probably looks... Yeah, speed stone's probably good. And that, as they say, is everything there. So unless... Yeah, so I'm going to have to think... Yeah, because I believe that this is what's holding it back. If I had this somehow... Void stuff. I mean, I was thinking, do I need to go to the end for that? I may try going to the end on that one. Redstone relay. Okay, let's just go through some more research. Why not? Redstone torch for this one. So I've studied the matter, and whilst a well-known form of redstone inhibits magic, I've discovered in certain circumstances the opposite can be true as well. One practical application of this is the redstone relay. By sending a redstone signal through a magical substance like V crystals, you can inhibit as much or as little as you want. Relays are placed much like redstone repeaters with their output side marked by redstone torch. Unlike repeaters, relays have 2 toggles. The rearmost one determines the minimum input signal required to overwhelm the inhibiting effect and allow the relay to activate. Front toggle next to the redstone determines how strong the redstone signal is that the relay will output once it's active. This way you could have the relay emit a signal of strength 7 once it receives a signal of least strength 2. Huh? That is interesting. Well, kind of. Not that interesting. That's kind of funny though. Let's. I'll give it a look though. All right. So what it's trying to say. Basically, I think it's pretty straightforward, isn't it? That would not be a good example. Let's give it a much lower strength. I was thinking, can I not place one here? But I just didn't have one. So here we got strength of 9. So if I wanted to input, if I wanted to get 15 out here, input 2, this is not what I thought it meant. That's what I thought it meant, right. So basically it needs to get 9, and then I can choose the output. Okay, so saying, if I get this strength, I think it's actually pretty straightforward. So if I put it to 15, yeah. Okay, so as long as the input is at least this strong, output a strength of this amount. I mean, that's probably yeah. That's cool. All right, next thing. Arcane ear. I should react to things in the world. Maybe sound is a good place to start. That sounds interesting. Okay, jukebox, please. One of the only mods that actually uses the jukebox. Oh, it's going to consume it. We'll consume then. Consume away. That is not a jukebox though, is it? What is that? A note block. I'm almost certain I won't have scanned these. Really? Maybe, oh, I guess I probably did actually. I think I did use it. As you can see, the Arcane is a device that's, this is interesting. I like this thing. This was where else did I think about this? There's a lot of these funny sound blocks. Funny enough, I remember exactly what episode of what series I was doing it in, but I can't remember the mod at all. And I even got a comment about it. So I've seen this Arcane ears device that's capable of detecting the sound emitted from nearby note blocks. If it hears a note recognized, it will emit a short redstone pulse. The Arcane ear needs to be tuned in a manner identical to note blocks. The tone and note it listens for depends on the material it's placed against. Huh. This is actually a really interesting block. How can I demonstrate this? It is possible. And I think I know how. I was actually quite lucky. I could have easily. I bet there was like a creeper like 5 centimeters away. But anyway, either way. Okay. How do you get it to play the same note over again and again? So if it's note 2, yeah, if I do a lever on it, it won't change, right? Okay. So then I want to give it note 2. So Arcane ear. Okay, I'll just do the normal one. I'm just curious. So the Arcane ear. Okay, I probably will need to put it on dirt, but I'll just do that in a moment. Unless I'll do it now. Okay, dirt. Okay. So there's 2. So this will emit a redstone signal, I believe. Let's have a look, see if it works. I mean, it should do. Alright, so if I change this to note 3, no response. There's no way to go back. Nice! Yeah, that's fun. That's fun, that. And it'll work as a toggle on the other one. Oh, I don't need to illustrate that. Okay, cool.